Well, everybody, how you all doing? Out for the morning walk again, as you can see. So, in Rochdale, we've had a gentleman ram his car into pedestrians on the side of the road. Two separate occasions, two separate incidents by the same gentleman ramming his car into people on the side of the road. Now, what have we seen recently in mainland Europe? We've seen people of a particular ethnicity, a political, ideological belief, doing similar things, just randomly attacking people on the side of the road, mainly targeting children and that sort of thing. And there was a child involved in this incident too. I believe one woman had to be airlifted to hospital because of her injuries. They were life-threatening. Obviously, if you get hit by a car at speed, then yeah, they're going to be life-threatening. I'll link the video below of the man being arrested in Rochdale. Obviously, it's very vague about who this man is. It's just the police just described him as a man. He was 49 apparently, and I think we can all speculate as to the ethnicity or the colour of this person who committed this act, because if it had been anybody white British, ethnically white British, then they would have had a picture in the paper, their full name, their address and everything by the police, wouldn't they? We've seen this before, we've seen them do this before. And obviously they're going to come up with the same old excuse that it's got nothing to do with terrorism, nothing to do with terrorism. It's just a lone wolf man who's got mental health issues. If you watch the video, right, it's got anti-terrorist police going in to arrest the guy, full tactical gear, full plate armour on the front of them, Heckler and Koch machine guns, tactical helmet, everything. They even blew the door off of this guy's house. So they had some intelligence as to what this guy was about. They knew something about this guy to go in and arrest him like that. And for people to come out and say, nothing to see here, guys, the guy's just a lone wolf, he's mentally ill. And they just think that that excludes him from everything. Well, to be a terrorist, you have to be mentally ill anyway, don't you? Those aren't mutually exclusive things. You can be a terrorist and be mentally ill at the same time. A lot of them are. They're absolute fucking fruitcakes. In Iraq, when I was out there, you have to be a special kind of crazy to strap explosives to yourself, walk into a crowd and detonate yourself. You have to be a special kind of crazy to do that sort of thing. Some people might describe that as mentally ill. But yeah, we have to stop the authorities and the mainstream media trying to excuse this all, to say, oh, nothing to do with terrorism, he's mentally ill. No, you can be a terrorist and you can be mentally ill at the same time. And you have to look at all the connections, all the situations across Europe where we're seeing cars being used as weapons against the population. People being, why do you think every town centre, every city, every village now has, as Charlie Veach would put it, car rammings of peace barriers everywhere? Is it because of the threat from the so-called far right, or is it because of the so-called religion of peace? I'm putting all my money on the latter in that regard. Anyway, I'm just so sick of our authorities just covering up for these people instead of just saying, yeah, we know why they do it. They're terrified. They're absolutely terrified that if they come out and say what these people actually are, that there are going to be riots, that the so-called religion of peace will riot and cause havoc in all our towns and cities. Well, they're already doing that. They're already doing that, and the authorities are letting them do that. And this is why the country is in such a state at the minute, why it's such a powder keg. It really is. I think that's what they fear. They fear everything kicking off. They're like the little Dutch boy trying to put their finger in all the holes in the dam, except they're starting to run out of fingers. And it's not going to get any better. They haven't learnt their lessons. They refused to tackle illegal immigration. ISIS said, and the Taliban said, that they were going to send insurgents via the refugee routes. And what are we doing? We're not vetting them. We've got unvetted men coming to this country. We're not vetting them. We're not holding them in detention camps or anything like that until their identification can be verified. We're not doing any of that. What are we doing? Well, our so-called intelligent leaders are just sticking them in hotels all around the country, like good little terror cells that they could be, and potential terror cells they could be. No security on them, only probably their own security guard themselves. They're not locked in, they can roam free, they can get bikes, they can bike to wherever they want to go, without any type of security measure being put up against them, because our nutcases that are the liberal elite think that putting them in detention camps is akin to putting them in concentration camps. It's not. You have a duty of care to protect the people of this country from potential threats, and that's why we have borders. That's the very reason we have borders, is to allow people in that we know are safe. We can vet them, we can look at their passports and say, yeah, they're safe. A country without borders is not a country, it's not a safe country. I think we've proven that. Look at Sweden, look at Denmark. Sweden has, is it the largest amount of grenade attacks in any European country because of their open borders policy. And we've got the same policy now. We've got a border force that isn't a border force anymore. It's a fucking taxi service for every insurgent imaginable. We'll even usher them in. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Anyway, this is Vindicator, signing off.